Ryan, guess what? It's Thursday night, and you know what happens on Thursday night? It's Thursday night barbecue chat. I'm your host, Steve Kress. I am with It's All About the Barbecue, and during the week, you can find me at the epicenter of grilling and smoking in the western suburbs of Chicago, Wanamaker's. And the man sitting next to me, as always, I'm kind of happy today because it was almost soccer day. The chairman of the board, Mr. Ryan Hoagland.
It is soccer day.
Well, I know, but you almost dumped us for soccer, which would have been an understandable thing to do. I know,
and I really almost considered it again, seeing as where it's another tryout for his regional tour, a third look, I guess, for a regional soccer team. But then I forgot. I couldn't even cancel that and not go to it, even if I wanted to, because I have a doctor's appointment tonight.
Oh, yeah. What are you going to the doctor for? Getting a little snip?
Get the sleep apnea sleep study tonight.
I thought you were going to get fixed like a dog.
No, they would just take me out back and put it 22 to the back.
No.
Anyways, welcome in, everybody. It is Thursday night. Glad to be here. We got a great guest that's not in his truck this time.
I know, but we got to do sponsors, Ryan. Don't forget the
we
sponsors.
Do. I know. I was just leading up to it and getting it going and saying, hey, it's here.
Oh.
Right? So, anyway.
The show's here? I hope so.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Got the OG Bandits, Melinda's Hot Sauce, Spitfire Grills, Steak Ager, Southern Pride Barbecue Smokers, Genuine Chicken Roaster, Marble Ridge Farms, Wood Food Systems, and Smoky Woods.
And Smoky Woods.
Thanks
for our sponsors. We couldn't do this without them. Also, don't forget, I want to get it out there in the beginning because we've talked about it numerous times, and I forget to say it. If you want to come back and rewatch us and you can't catch us on the internet, you can go to Spotify and check us out.
We are on Spotify. I've listened to it on Spotify. I find out that listening to it on Spotify, I'm even funnier on Spotify than I am on the regular show.
Is that possible?
Yeah, I didn't think it was, but it is. Yeah. Well, Ryan, today we have a great guest. He is one of our sponsors because he does Marble Ridge Farms. So he is. We got to be good because he is a sponsor. We don't want him to pull his sponsorship by you getting out of control.
Actually, because when I came into the green room, he was loving where the show was going. So with that, bring Tim Scheer up to the stage. What's up, Tim? How we doing?
Hey guys, what's happening?
Well, not as much as what you've been going through. Geez Louises, you come out with new products. You got a new race car. I was looking at the race car. Did they let you drive it?
No, they didn't.
No,
I guess the better question is will you fit in it?
No, not a chance. Those race car drivers are half the size as I am, so there's no way that's happening.
I did hear that. I had a buddy.
I like to watch it go around.
I shared the link out for the show tonight, and a buddy of mine goes, "The Blues Hog just won."
That's right.
Yeah, Blues Hog car just won.
Didn't even have to cook barbecue, and we still won. I love it.
How true is
that? You probably
that?
could have thrown a steak right on the engine when it was done, though.
Yeah, you could have.
Speaking of a steak, Tim was going to cook a steak live for us.
That's why he said it. It just made me think of steak. So I was like, that'd have been perfect.
So anyway, Tim, I have to say, we go back to good old Bill Arnold, as we always do when we talk about it. You took over the legacy of the sauce. You kind of sat on it for a little bit. But the last couple of years, you guys have been expanding his rubs and stuff last year. And this year, you kind of let it leak the last time you were on. It's sauces this time.
Yeah. Was it really the last time? It's been about a year ago, right? That's how long That's how long it takes me to get anything done around here. So, yeah, no, my wife said I had to get to work. So, kind of been doing it. So, yeah, we released a couple new sauces, new flavors. Last year we launched, I think, 6 new dry rubs and seasonings and stuff. So Yeah, we've been busy, man. Just been trying to push and trying to make it happen.
So if anybody has any questions for Tim about barbecue or anything, feel free to ask. I have this lovely email that I printed off today. This is the list of the sauces and everything that they came out with. And he's saying there's a few, but he's got 5 new barbecue sauces. He's got wing sauces. He's got dipping sauces, and there's a huge list of them, and they all sound so great.
Yeah.
And I think the one that you let slip, I think, was the Buffalo Ranch last year. I think you were talking about.
I bet it was a buffalo garlic parm, if I had to guess, because that's my favorite.
That sounds good too. That's the one that I did send on my wish list to a certain wholesaler co-op. That's what I think they should stock, because that would be. But yeah, so you got a sizzling heat, you got a sweet Asian dragon, you got whiskey blues, a sugar-free championship, a gourmet finishing sauce, then the garlic parm, and then you got the sweet chili, you got the honey barbecue. Now you got. What is the chick fry burger? That one, what is that?
That's like a burger sauce or like a chicken strip sauce, like a dipping sauce for burgers, fries, chicken, anything really. It's shrimp. It's good on, but yeah, it's pretty bomb. People been liking that a lot.
Is it like a Chick-fil-A sauce, or?
Yeah, only a little bit better, honestly.
I mean,
that's you, right? Shrimp.
It's got to be, right?
Shrimp.
It better be.
Yeah.
And then you got a jalapeno lime, you got a sriracha ranch, you got a bacon cheddar ranch. Ooh.
Yeah.
Dilly ranch, classic ranch, and then it says steak and chop at the bar. That was from a good friend, Mark Bayless. We'll give a shout out to him because he's always making sure I'm always up to date on what's going on. So
yeah,
that's good.
So,
yeah.
He knows you're turning gray, so he wants to make sure you're everything.
Man, I am. Look at me. I'm trying to work on my beard like you. How long it take you to get that long?
You didn't get it in the camera. There it is.
How long did you grow that, Ryan?
I've had it for 7 or 8 years now. But that's the question. That's why we were just talking about this before in the green room that I'm talking about. I'm considering shaving, right? It's going to be a shock for some people that have never seen me like that. But 8 years I've had a beard, or I've had this. I've shaved it off once. That was 2 years into it. But I was talking to somebody else today about shaving, and I just measured it today. It's from the bottom of my chin is 9.5 inches long. So therefore, that means if I am going to shave it off, I've got to let it grow another 1/2 inch. Because then I can donate it.
Well, there you go.
Oh. Well, you could always just keep it, Ryan, for the show. Just put it on like a strip or something, and then you can just put it on like. And then after the show's over, you could take it off.
It's a pretty good idea, really.
Like Abe Lincoln it, and just hook it over the ear or something.
Yeah.
This show just went south.
Well, that's all right. So who thought of all these sauces, Tim? Those are a lot. That's a lot of different varieties.
Yeah, it is. We've been working on them for quite some time, as I guess the show proves, over a year. Just kind of been studying, and I've always been a ranch fan, and good ranch is hard to find. I always felt like, so we wanted to dabble in that a little bit. The jalapeno lime ranch is pretty awesome. It's good for salads. It's good for tacos. The whole deal. But the wing sauce is like I told you, is one of my favorites. That buffalo garlic parm. I've actually been making it for probably 2 years now, and people have been on me about releasing it. It's just jumping through all the hoops, and everything it takes to get a sauce out is always fun. So, I'm glad we finally got it done and got it out there. It's been a hit so far. It's probably the best wing sauce I've ever had. And then, the burger and fry sauce is one of those things that's been so popular with kids. I mean, I've got 3 daughters, and they all want to go to Cane's, and Chick-fil-A is about their 2 options every night. I ask them if you want to stop, and I'm like, okay. So, we made that. I think it's an improvement on some of those, and just really versatile and usable, in everyday cooking is kind of the deal. So, but on the barbecue side, those sauces you listed, in my mind, they're awesome. A couple of them are Billy Arnold originals. The gourmet finishing sauce, obviously, you guys know, is the chocolate and maple syrup, and just phenomenal flavor that he had made in his kitchen and never released, and sold it, under the table for about 20 bucks a jar. If he knew you, about $5 if he knew you really well. So, but no, it was cool. It's cool to have that. And then the whiskey blues is another idea that Bill had. We never really made the sauce together, but he had talked to me about the idea of it, and that was kind of an easy one too. So that one goes really well. It's got the bourbon flavor, as well as kind of an apple cinnamon type flavor to it. So it goes really well with the barbecue. It's just bomb. So, and then the Asian, the dragon sauce has been a fun one to deal with too. I know it's been another kind of a popular item in grocery and stuff. And, it was something that I figured we could really take to the next level. So, that dragon sauce, we did a bunch of videos with it today, and did a spring roll and some other stuff with it. And, it's good on wings and shrimp and, barbecue, everything. Just, it's just a really good sauce. But anyway, yeah, so we've been working and kind of been, eyeing up the release, and some of it depended on, we've been presenting it, I guess, for 6 to 8 months to some grocery and stuff to see kind of what sticks and who's interested and stuff like that. And so that kind of determined how we released them.
Yeah, well, I mean, we got AK Barbecue Man says, I'm going to need a bigger fridge for all those.
You don't need a fridge up in Alaska. You just put them outside.
Just put them right outside.
Stick them out in the snow.
You talking about that dragon would be good on some salmon, I would say. He catches.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no doubt. So question to you, do you feel because of the success, and obviously Blues Hog being so widely known as, and the excellent flavor, do you feel when you're creating, especially this into the venture into the sauce realm, that feel extra pressure that it has to be right, since you're following up with some of the, I mean, I love the championship blend. I don't know if what everybody else's favorite in, but I love the champion.
Yeah, I feel pressure. I mean, follow Bill Arnold at a barbecue sauce operation, you're going to feel pressure. There's absolutely no doubt about it. I mean, what he started and created has been a game changer in the barbecue, competition world to start with, and now in the everyday, backyard world. So yeah, there's definitely pressure, and that's one of the reasons it takes so long. We test and we try again, and recreate, and there's just so many things to it. Then you got to deal with the label and the jar, and everything else that goes with it. So I mean, there's a ton of pressure. I don't have somebody develop them for me. It's myself and a couple people that I trust that are in there making them and testing them, and giving me honest feedback is what I'm after on them. So
yeah, sweet.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I think we always talk about that in barbecue. Cooking stuff at home when your friends are tasting it, like, oh God, why don't you open a restaurant? And then you go and get into a competition, and you're like, God, this sucks.
Yeah, exactly. No, definitely don't want to try every suggestion my friends have. That's for sure. But
yeah, well, that's a great one. I'm going to write that one down right here.
There's one or two friends that I don't always tell them that I do listen to, and I value their opinion, but most of them it's just a bunch of bullshit. So
right, I get it.
Which is fine. I appreciate
you guys are coming back and watching the show. You got to figure out, am I that one or two people?
Yeah, now everybody's going like,
because I know it's not me or Steve, so we're good.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm not naming names. So
yeah.
Everybody's on report now. They're all like, well, I'm Tim's friend. Jesus, I wonder if he's talking about me.
That was Ed or Rob or Jim or Joe.
Yeah.
No.
So, well, last year you got to go into the I don't think we touched on it. Since the last time you were here, you are now a barbecue Hall of Famer, I believe.
I am. Yeah, that's pretty wild. I felt like I needed to retire, or they're trying to get rid of me or something, but no, it was pretty cool. It's a good honor, and the way the KCBS did that, it was very based on merit, basically, as far as as far as wins in the competition. So that was pretty cool that, it didn't really have anything to do with popularity or how much money you donate or anything else. It was basically based on wins in the competitive circuit. So to be in there was, it was really cool. And I think I was the youngest guy to be in there, so that was cool as well. But just a great group of people and pretty fun. We had a great time at the banquet, and for KCBS to roll that out, I thought was a nice touch for sure.
Yeah, excellent. Well, congratulations to that, because I think that's pretty
thank
cool.
you. Yeah.
So anyway, I dropped my paper. Hold on a second. I want to just ask about some of these others.
Good, he's gone. Oh shit!
I almost fell over from the. Well, he touched on that. We touched on the. What is the dilly? Is dilly ranch? Is that more like a pickle flavored ranch? Is that what I'm getting from that?
It's a dill flavored, ranch. So, most ranches or a lot of ranches have dill in them. This one's going to be a little bit more prominent with dill up front and stuff. So it's a flavor that goes well with ranch, and it's great on salads and sandwiches and things like that. So.
If you started saying chicken or shrimp, I was going to say, God, you just say that on everything? Everything goes good on everything.
Stuff is good on everything.
You know how much chicken my kids eat, man? If it goes good on chicken, it's got to sell.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, exactly. So,
caught up.
So did you have the hog selection yet? I mean, it's getting close to Memphis in May.
We did. We've had the hog selection. It was we didn't have the main event like we've had in years past with Barefoot Reagan stomping through the hog pen in his bare feet, of course. But we were out of town. We were at the race actually, and I had already picked him out and had him ready to go. So Dylan, my right hand man at the farm, he took him in on Sunday. We got some big ones. I'm gonna tell you that. They're one of them I saw on the list was 300-pound hanging, so it had to be about a 350-pounder. But that's fine. I want a big hog. We're gonna go big or go home, I guess.
Is that the normal 300 pounds?
Normally, a market hog is about 280 to 300 pounds live weight, so that means it's going to dress out at about 220 to 240. So it's a big one, but with this breed and with what we're trying to do, a little more time on them is not necessarily a bad thing. We've been feeding them up the way we want them and getting that flavor and marbling and fat content in them, and I'm excited about it for sure.
You can go out there and give them a little chop suey massage every now and then.
Massage on them.
Yeah, exactly.
God. How long does it take you to cook that then?
Not very long, bud. I cook hot and fast. You know that.
Yeah, on that
We're
big
gonna
old.
get her done. Probably less than 12 hours if we drag it out.
Wow. Yeah. I wish I could go to Memphis in May. I really do.
Why don't you go? It's next week.
Next week. I can't get out of the store. Damn proud.
Yeah.
Just no pictures.
It's the busiest time of the year. I mean, I really want to get down there for one of those.
You've never been?
Never been.
Yeah. May's our busiest month for sure right now. We've been running hard, and after Memphis, we go straight from Memphis out to Dale Jr.'s house. We're cooking for his media and fan day out at his farm, and after that, I'm going to a basketball tournament, and then I think somewhere else in Florida. So, it's going to be a nonstop month, which we knew ahead of time, but we've got a lot to prepare for here in the next couple of days to get ready for it.
Oh, maybe you'll have a
hog transportation is one of those things we still gotta iron out. So,
well, maybe you'll have a Memphis in May championship to kick you off.
Wouldn't that be something?
You gotta fight with our good friends Brad and Brooke down there at the shed. Got to knock them off a little bit.
I know. Yeah, they had a heck of a year last year, and I love watching those guys, man. As soon as we found out we were out, we went over there to try to help support them and watch. And they're so much fun, man. I know you've been around them, but if people have ever get a chance to go see them, I mean, the energy they bring to barbecue is incredible. It's admirable for sure.
I know.
So I know it.
I haven't been to the shed.
I haven't been
Ryan.
to the shed either, but been around them enough to know.
See, Ryan, you're in good company. I mean, if Tim hasn't been to you're in good company with people who haven't been to the shed. Tim hasn't been there.
Steve, you haven't been to Memphis, so yeah.
There you go. See, so now
we're
Ryan, if you go to Memphis,
we're all
then
kind of losers,
Yeah, maybe I'll just pack up next week and go to Memphis.
There you go, and then you can talk about it every week and hang it over.
Not a bad idea. Yeah.
So Tim, I know you're a taco fan. What would your of these new sauces? What are you putting on the taco?
Definitely the jalapeno lime ranch is the taco topper. It's kind of a finishing deal. Yeah, I love tacos any different way, but that's the one for that for sure. Mm-hmm.
I knew he liked tacos. I remember that from the last show.
Hey, at least your memory's still there, Steve.
There's a few things I remember. I remember him talking about the sauce, and then I remember they had the hog parade where they did the big party to select the Memphis and May hog, and then
right.
I remember the tacos, and then I know he has something to do with Blues Hog and Marble Ridge Farms. That's all. That was my prep for the show.
Something. Yep.
Yeah. I do want to get caught up.
Oh, and Gateway Drum. I forgot about Gateway Drum. Yeah.
Terry White says, "Good evening, everyone." Ding ding. We got Griddles and Vittles with Nick and Jay in the house. Says, "What's up?" Good buddy Eric. Cafe.
Vittles, you should start doing some riddles.
Riddles and Vittles and riddles.
Riddles and Vittles. Start doing some riddles on barbecue. And
they said they love the raspberry chipotle. So
they love the raspberry chipotle.
The raz is hard to beat for sure.
Yeah.
We had ribs at one of the classes. Ryan, I don't know if you were at that class, but Sean did the ribs with the raspberry chipotle, and it was it was good.
It's crazy.
I made sure you weren't there that day, but yeah.
Never fails.
So what made you get into racing? I was kind of like shocked when I pulled the picture up, and here you are with this race car.
Yeah, so I've kind of been a NASCAR fan for quite some time, even back before barbecue. As you can tell, our team name is Shake and Bake, and before that, we called it Pit Crew for about a year or so, and I remember watching Talladega Nights and yelling out Shake and Bake, and then I was like, told wife, I was like, we're changing the name. It's way better. So
come on, jack up on Mountain Dew.
Yeah, so just enjoy watching it and following it and stuff like that. But a couple of years ago, I got to cook for Brandt Racing. They're from Illinois, and went down to Daytona and cooked for Brandt Racing, which is Justin Allgaier's team. Number 7, it's Junior Motorsports as well. So, got to hang out and watch the race and cook for them, and met some of the guys from Junior Motorsports down there, and just followed an email of Matt, the guy that I met down there, and this has probably been 3 years ago, I guess, but I reached out to him just about a month and a half ago, probably, and just said, hey, checking in, see if it would be worth exploring any opportunities. We're looking to do some kind of crank up our marketing this year and stuff. So, he came back, excited, and had an opportunity. I never expected it to be this year or that quick. But he said, yeah, we're looking for a sponsor for 3 races for the 88 car. And I'm like, all right, like, holy cow, this is it, and it just kept piling on. So 88 is driven by Connor Zilic, who's an 18-year-old rookie, great driver, already won a race this year and won a few poles. He was leading on the last lap of Talladega, got wrecked from behind and hit the wall. So I was worried about that, after we signed and stuff. And so he called me the week before the race and said, hey, Tim, we got bad news. Connor's out, his back, he's got a broken back and stuff. Ooh. I'm like, oh, geez. I was like, well, we're done, I guess. I knew it was too good to be true or whatever I was thinking. And then he goes, but we are Junior Motorsports, and we do have access to some of the best drivers in the world. So Kyle Larson's going to go ahead and run that car. I'm just like, you kidding? So, for you guys that don't follow NASCAR as much, like Kyle Larson's number 2 in points in the Cup Series. He's probably the best all-around driver out there right now. So, I was like, holy shit, we're on to something here. So, but anyway, we were sad not to have Connor, because we thought he had a really good chance to win too. But
Yeah.
anyway, it just kept working out. I mean, it turns out there was a IBCA barbecue competition going on down there. We got to help sponsor. As we've been researching with, and getting to know Connor Zilic, like he has a YouTube page called Shake and Bake something. You know what I mean? I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. All this stuff just kept adding up, and I'm like, this is meant to be right here. So,
Wow.
so we took the opportunity, and so far it's just paid off, and not just in advertising and promotions and stuff like that, but just in fun and building the brand and kind of what we've been all about since day one. So, hot and fast barbecue, winning, the choice of champions, the whole deal. The crew, the junior motorsports team, they did it upright. So,
I'd say so.
yeah, right there in victory lane.
He's not holding it. Is he holding sauce? Is that what he's got in his hand?
I don't think so. They kept telling me, we were in the lead, they kept telling me to go get some sauce out of the trailer and bring it up. And I'm like, you're crazy. You think I'm doing that and going to jinx myself like that?
Yeah, jinxed. As soon
I
as he
bought
gets
this
back.
case of sauce. He just
Yeah.
went out in the turn 4. Shit.
Right.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I
Right.
can see it.
And there
Yeah,
were some
talk
close
about-
calls too. I don't know if you guys got to watch it, but probably about an inch away from just straight up T-boning somebody in a wreck, and had a pit road malfunction, so we had to start in the back halfway through, and just all of it. It was exciting. It was a great race to watch.
Some people just have the luck, Ryan. I mean, if I would have signed an advertising deal with a race car, it would have been like the first turn. It would have been in an accident, and here Tim signs, and he's.
Well, it's okay if it's in an accident, Steve. You just got to make sure it's a real big one, and you get on TV for a while.
Here Tim gets, instead of the rookie, he gets like one of the best
Ways
drivers
to
in racing, and then he wins it, so he's all over press time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like barbecue, right? You got to cook it good, and you got to get lucky. I mean, I feel like I've built half my life off of luck. It seems like so. I'm not gonna turn it down. That's for sure.
If Steve sponsored a car, it probably wouldn't even make it out of the trailer, but it's all right.
It's probably be like a 1954 Chevy Impala or something.
It's not a bad car though,
I was
honestly.
gonna say that's not really a bad
No,
you know?
I don't know how it would do against the race cars, but I mean, I'd drive it.
I'm sure yours would probably be like a 1989 Plymouth Laser or something.
Oh, Dodge Dart. Yeah.
I was gonna say that. I was thinking the Dart too, but
Yeah,
Ford Pinto. What are we doing there, Tim? What are you making something for us?
I'm moving around. I just got home from work and started cutting my grass, and luckily Bainesy was across the road, and he said, "Oh, I saw you on that show last night." And I go, "You said show?" I'm like, so I had to hurry up and get up here and get back on this one. I forgot about it almost, but I'm gonna cook a little bit of dinner here tonight while I'm talking to you cats.
Sure.
Don't
Yeah.
mind.
No, that's fine.
but
But yeah, no, that's normally like I said, it's really busy at the store. Normally I do like a little, ooh, there is Marble Ridge. What is it?
I'll take one.
Steak?
Yeah, there's a strip loin.
little strip.
Yeah,
Marble Ridge Farm. Marble Ridge Farms will ship meat anywhere, people.
that's what I
Anyway.
hear.
So anyway, so it was busy at the store. Normally I'll send out a reminder to everybody like the day of. It's like, hey, we still good, just in case scheduling conflict. I forgot all about it. So it was kind of like a roll the dice, like either Tim's going to be on the show or we'll find something else to do, because I forgot to.
Yeah, it's always the roll of the dice, man. But,
So what rub are you putting on there? Are you putting a little truffle and chop, or what do we?
that'd be a good idea.
I just got every single time we go to the store, we're at Wanamaker's doing a class, and Sean's doing, I got truffle and chop here on this and that. It freaking sells out, and I never get a bottle. I finally
Really?
Where did you get it from?
Truffle and chop is one of my probably my favorite one.
Well, I got it at the show.
Looks like I'm sold out here at the house too.
No,
You want me to ship you one? I got a bottle. You want me to ship it for you?
Bold and beefy.
bold,
There you go.
bold.
That's the old standby.
It is the old standby. Look at what I'm down to, though.
Uh-oh.
You gotta watch it.
I know a guy that can get you some more.
I know a guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that. Look at how perfect that is.
It looks pretty nice.
It does look
Now,
pretty.
is that? I mean, that's from your farm. I mean, is that?
This is
That's
straight from our farm.
That's how
yeah.
it comes out. Did I just lose some?
Right out of the pack.
I'm gonna have to get
Marble.
He's got a nice marble into it.
In focus,
I may
very
have to
good.
order some of those.
No, it's
I mean,
awesome. This is one of our. We've been doing a lot of IVF, embryo transplant, and stuff, and this is that. That was about 4 years ago that process started right there on that stake. So it's finally coming to the point where we've got the finished product. So it takes about 9 month gestation and another 30 months or so to feed it out and finish it. So you're looking at dang near 4 years to get that steak right there.
That's a gorgeous looking steak.
That's full blood Wagyu, top genetic steak. So haven't eaten in a day or two, so I'm gonna go ahead and have one.
Haven't eaten in a day or two.
Look at
Come
that.
on.
Been busy, man. Been cutting hay.
Yeah, most people. For those that don't know, Tim does actually work the farm. I mean, he's not just a race car driver, barbecue person. He's actually
Yeah.
He works the farm.
Me and Brother D were out there, and Dilly and the Ronimal were out there cutting hay the last couple of days and wrapping it and baling it.
Well, what's that rub?
This is my buddy Papa.
Oh, Big Papa. Yeah.
Carry that?
I used to. I think it just got back into Old World Spice. It was in Old World Spice for a little bit, and then it disappeared. It may have come back again, and I haven't reached out to get it direct. But
Yeah. No, I think Old World's where it's at still. If I know him right, but no, it's a good rub. It's one of my favorite. The jalapeno, hallelujah, he calls it.
yeah,
Give it a little kick.
I did that. I had that one at one time, and then I think it was Cash. I had like 4 of them. There was Cash Cow, and then that one, and there was 2 other ones that I don't remember because it's been a while.
Yeah.
Look at that thing. What are you going to cook it on? What are we cooking on tonight? Are we cooking in the stove inside, or are we cooking it out on the grill?
Well, that's a good question. You were asking about charcoal, and I found my charcoal stash here, right there. There's how much rain we got last night. If you can see that, it's about an inch. Yeah. So that was sitting there, but we'll see what happens here. See if I can get it fired.
Do hog logs?
Well, I don't have any of those either. Yeah.
Steve, why don't you get a shipment out to him?
I know a guy that can get you some more.
Yeah, can I order online on the show?
Yeah, right. We'll run it down right down to you there. Couple hour DoorDash.
That's what you're gonna have to start doing. Start DoorDash and barbecue products to people. This here grill. What is this thing? Bull? That's a bull. It's a little grill.
But, what do you like? I mean, do you use the hog logs in your cooks on the smaller gateways? Do you use the hog logs?
If I was going to do a steak contest or a quick grill, then I would use them. But I use lump mostly in almost everything I do, to be honest with you. I just like the purity and the cleanliness of it. The flavor that I get off of it is the best. But hog logs are great for grilling a steak. They're great for a lot of people using them in offset smokers. So, if you want to keep your fire burning hotter longer without having to tend to it so much, then the hog logs are perfect for it.
And what is your lump mostly? What woods are mostly in there? That one, because
mostly oak. There's some hickory and maple in there as well, but Missouri hardwoods. That's where we make it down here in southern Missouri in the Ozark Forest. It's the largest hardwood forest in the country. We've got the best wood there, by far. So, the difference in charcoal is extreme, especially in compared to some of the stuff that's imported. I have no idea what kind of wood they have, and in South America and some of these other places where it comes from. But I do know that we have some of the best wood in the country here, and we buy it all very uniform. If you ever notice that our wood is all in slats, we buy ends from sawmills that are all local to the area, so we know exactly what we're getting every time. It goes into the kiln. These things come on pallets, and it goes into the kiln, all uniform. That makes the kiln burn more uniform, just like your smoker would. So when it comes out of the kiln, it's all carbonized exactly the same. There's not a big hunk of a tree log, and there's not sitting next to a stick or something like that. Who somebody delivered some brush and decided to make charcoal. That's not how it works here. So there is a difference in uniform size, the smell, which is typically, very minimal. It's kind of what we want from charcoal, just a nice clean burn. And then we can add wood chips and chunks for flavor. So,
yeah, that's at good old Wanamaker's. That is the number one selling lump charcoal is Blues Hog.
Is it really number one?
Yeah, that's the one I sell. You sell the most lump, and still the other guys still have the briquette market. But
yeah, well, that's good, man. I mean, I want to make it a top quality, clean burning store, and I would expect that from you for sure. That's awesome.
Yeah. I know I discontinued some of I'm narrowing down my selection of charcoal because I'm going to bring in some different varieties. Put some new names on the shelf because we've had some of the other ones that are slower sellers. So we're going to bring in some different slower sellers in the guest.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So right now, Blues Hog lump is the number one lump that I sell. So yeah,
good.
No,
that's awesome.
That's exciting because I remember when it started, and it took a while for people to understand.
There is a difference. Yeah, there really is a difference in it, and explaining it is hard to do sometimes. But once you've been there and see the process, and make sense out of it, it's the best thing you can do is smell it. That's the best way to tell how good it is. But
really,
yeah,
Ryan, why don't you come into the store? I'm going to have you smell some charcoal.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say to that.
I don't trust it.
And if I have the camera set up, it's only because we're doing a segment on charcoal, and it would have nothing to do with making any kind of a funny video or anything of you getting accidentally hit with the stick of charcoal
in the face or a big log to the side of my head
or a big dusting of.
Yeah. So what else is coming up at Wanamaker's? You guys doing anything for the summer up in Chicago?
No, the grill extravaganza is on June 14th. That's our usual big grilling event. It's kind of like, believe it or not, it's June 14th, but it's kind of like our end of the year kind of. We usually have grill promotions and other things like that to get the inventory down, getting ready for the fall and getting ready to reorder and stuff like that. But I got some things that I'm thinking about that I was going to see if you wanted to do. I have this idea of, we do, some of the other stores they do like wing competitions, and I wanted, of course, it's Wanamaker, so I got to like plus it. The goal was to have 3 champion wing cookers versus 3 backyard cookers in a
wing off
not a wing, but they would cook wings, and it would be a people's choice. So it'd be people would have to taste all the wings, and
the king of the wing. I think when I think of wing, I think of Smitty first off, don't you?
From Luke Booty? Yeah. Well, that would be the thing. I would whoever I would reach out to. I was thinking of doing Mike Starr and David from Melinda's and Tone from TFTI to do their Honey Money wings, and then I was probably going to see if Smitty would want to come in, but I got to figure out prize money and stuff like that because to travel and everything costs money, so I got to figure out something but that's the idea I'm throwing around in my head right now because I think that would be kind of fun. Especially I would do it in February when it's slow at the store, so that would give me lots of room that I can maybe do something in the greenhouse to allow it to.
Right before the Super Bowl would be the thing. Get everybody fired up on wings.
You could do that for an ancillary for the griddle battle.
Yeah.
Well, nobody cares about your griddle battle. Tim doesn't care about your griddle battle. He's a barbecue
really
guy.
Don't.
He's
Sorry.
he laughed. He's pouting. He walked right out into the thing. God, Ryan, I've been wanting to do that.
Actually, I do care. Did I tell you that back? I do care now. You got to try that chicken fry, that burger sauce on your next smash burger.
Oh, yeah, I'll think about it. We'll see how it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
God, I was just looking at stuff in my cart on this MarbleRidgeFarms.com. Let me just cancel that out.
I mean, no, I really don't. I mean, just loved it.
This is not right. This is like the opposite of the show. It's normally everybody going against Steve. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it is.
Usually, yeah.
Why didn't you text me? I didn't know. I thought
that was rough. Yeah, Drunken Chef Barbecue says, "What's up? Tapping into some show support. Appreciate it, sir." Yeah.
That was perfect. Thanks, Tim. Tim's kind of my friend. I mean, I can kind of say he's my friend. Yeah,
there goes that.
I've known him longer.
My garbage.
I carried the trophy from the parking lot.
I couldn't throw it away. I'll walk by and grab that little bottle and just throw some in my hand and just chew on it.
Throw it on the ground.
No, I was going to say I eat it. But never mind. No.
I'm going to have Tim on all the time. He's better at picking on you than I am. I got legged.
Yeah. It happens.
Yeah.
I can drink my coffee in peace. I don't have to try and think of one zingers to get you with.
I'll let it go.
Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking, when's that street race up in Chicago? Are they still doing that with NASCAR or not?
Oh, I think they already did, didn't they?
Well, they did last year. I don't know if they're gonna do it again this year. And I haven't heard anything this year. I know they did it last year. I know that everybody was all up and whatever. I mean,
they didn't like it.
Or racing. I don't know. I think it's kind of cool when they're racing through the city. But are you doing Windy City this year?
No, I'm not gonna do that again.
No, they said NASCAR Chicago street race faces backlash as local residents speak out. That was 8 hours ago.
Yeah,
couldn't hear the gunshots. You know what I mean, with all the race cars track around.
Yeah.
So what happened with the Windy City? Had you just been there, done that, or is it just?
They were just really unappreciative of what we were doing, so I decided not to do it again. That's all. Yeah. People are awesome. The fans are great. We had a ton of fun up there. The event's nice. It was just not for us anymore.
Yeah, that's it. Been there, done that. Move on. I get it. Get it.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. I mean, there's got to be a reciprocation of. I mean, if you're coming up there doing stuff or drawing attention to somebody's event and doing stuff, I mean, there's got to be some kind of appreciation to all the hard work that you guys. I mean, you guys were there for for a long time. I mean, whatever the 3 or 4 days that it is, and you cooked all the time.
We were always trying to be the number one seller up there, and give it everything we got, like we always tried to at events, and it just didn't work out very well. So, but we've got a bunch of other cool events coming, and we're always looking for cool opportunities, and we don't have a restaurant, so it's always fun to get out in front of the people and get to sample and taste and things like that. So that's kind of our drive behind it, because we don't, like a lot of the restaurant guys, they do that every single day, and that's
right.
That's what they're good at and stuff, and we don't get the opportunity as much. So anytime there's a cool event like that, we will. So I think doing the junior motorsports deal and fan appreciation and some of that other stuff is going to be pretty good for us. So excited about it.
AK Barbecue Man says, "What flavor is good on yak meat?" He said, "You can come cook our yak off."
I think. I mean, I've never.
You've never yacked off? Had yak off? Or took the yak off?
I stopped myself before I said that. All right, you didn't have to finish the sentence. No, I would say I would drown it in raspberry chipotle, I guess. I mean, I don't know what else we had something else to cover up flavor, I don't know. But Bold and Beefy's got to be good on it, I would assume,
I don't know.
or make it better at least.
I've never had yak either.
We've never even looked to even try it.
Well, no. We also don't live in Alaska, so maybe he's on to something. I don't know for sure. You
I
know.
don't know. I thought he would. I mean, I think they would have more moose than yak.
Send me some yak meat. Memphis has an exotic category. I could try it, I guess.
Yak meat.
Stay tuned. It's coming.
The yak is coming.
He's gonna bring it down live, and then you're gonna have to take care of it right there in Memphis in May, right in the
That'd be fine. Yeah.
Don't they have both the competitions? Are they having both competitions again? Don't they have like competing?
Yeah,
like dueling?
yeah, they started that war, I guess. I think last year was the first year that they had them both at the same time. It's a kind of a typical, political drama or whatever you call it, you know what I mean, going on, which is really goofy and unnecessary for barbecue. But, they're both good events, I've heard. And, I probably would love to cook them both if they weren't on the same exact weekend. So I don't know if they're hurting themselves or what they're doing, but maybe they're fine. Who knows? But anyway, yeah, they are both going on, and I know a bunch of people cooking Smoke Slam and a bunch of people cooking Memphis in May. So
he said he'll be there the other side of the city down there.
Down at Smoke Slam, yeah.
So
where
did they move Memphis in May to? I mean, is it? It's
Memphis
not
in
on
May
the
is out at Tiger Lane at the fairgrounds, basically at Tiger Stadium, and then Smoke Slam is down on the river in the park.
There you go. Back to back weekends would be perfect.
Yeah, man. Look at this guy. He's full of good ideas. Yak and back to back.
Yak back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
talk back.
Talk back.
The Alaskan yak off. That would be perfect for.
Wow.
Yeah.
AYO.
Yeah, but that's too bad. So Smoke Slam is where Memphis in May used to be, and then Memphis in May is.
Yeah.
Sounds like somebody's got a thing for Memphis in May.
Yeah, for sure.
But
yeah, I guess it doesn't make too much sense to have your competitions on the same weekend there, but
I think
I don't know, man. It's I've tried to kind of stay out of that drama. It's whatever they want to do is fine with me.
It's a real thing. It's June 21st. Oh, the yak off is a real thing.
Get out of town. They really cook. Is it all cooking yak on the 21st of June? There you go. Get up to Alaska, and you can do the yak off.
It's not a bad idea, really.
That'd be something new for you.
Probably nice up there at that time of year.
Yeah, he says yes. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, it's a real thing. So we're sitting
in June. It might be 80 up there. I think it gets up there every once in a while. It gets to 80. You might catch a good weekend.
Perfect.
Did you do that? I know you don't care, but you can hit that June 21st, and on your way back, you can hit the griddle battle on June 28th. But nobody cares.
Yeah, you're right. I still don't care.
You can keep mentioning it. I gotta listen to it every week, Tim. I gotta get a little plug every week. I gotta listen to it.
I don't know. As much as he's talking about this griddle battle, might be onto something.
Yeah. Well, I do think it's onto something, but
yeah.
What does he say? 1 pound of ground yak.
1 pound of ground yak, 75 tops.
25 tops.
75 pounds of yak tops.
I don't know.
But look at that grill.
Yeah, charcoal was definitely a little bit wet. He's slow to go today.
Cooking low. Tim's cooking low and slow today, people. No hot and fast on that old steak.
I got all kinds of time tonight, though. The girls are all at basketball practice. Wife took them tonight. I'm supposed to be cutting the grass.
You're doing a great job at it.
It is grass, so tell me I didn't get the grass cut.
That looks perfect to me. So you're just gonna sit in that swing, have a cigar, and just enjoy the. Look at that.
You sell Scots at your place or what?
We Jonathan Green.
Jonathan Green. Oh, that's what I use. Yeah, the Black Beauty right there.
See
that grass
See?
right there.
Ryan, me and Tim
That's
were
the
like
Black
this.
Beauty. Heck yeah, it is.
I use Black Beauty
Do you really?
seeds. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't count. You don't
That's
count.
the good stuff.
You're not part of the group. It's just me and Tim today.
Just push me out on everything. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
at least
that
I have
Black Beauty's nice,
at least I
man.
got a yard to cut, Steve.
Yeah, that's true. Well, you know what? To be honest with you, I'm kind of happy about that because I was never a big fan of cutting grass. So
Steve's yard is a griddle.
no, my yard is a balcony and
Yeah, with a
overlooking,
griddle.
and I'll go out there and watch the people cut the grass. That's me cutting the grass. I go out there on
Spitfire.
Yeah.
Spitfire grill. I'm getting a propane tank tomorrow, I think.
We've had that thing for like 2 weeks. You haven't cooked on it yet?
Look at Black Beauty.
Look at that. Look at those paver. Look at those stones.
Yeah,
pathway.
I used to be a landscaper. You know that.
He's done everything. You can work on a farm. You're good at barbecue. You're a race car champion winner, and you're a landscaper.
I've got a ton of useless skills, Steve.
That's pretty much that. There, Ryan. That's where he's like you. You got a ton of useless skills too, Ryan.
He's got a 9.5-inch beard, though.
I'm glad you said beard.
Yep.
LastFrontierBarbecue.com.
What did he say?
Last Frontier Barbecue. Pull up the Yak Off logo, Ryan. Oh,
I'm looking.
so anybody who wants to compete. Oh, look at there we go. June 21st in Alaska.
Had to douse her.
Look at that. There's a nice flamage.
Had to douse her in the old Myron mix and lighter fluid.
How many times you beat good old Ryan Myron? Is he even compete anymore, or is he
Not
just
last year. I think what did he get? Did he get second or third in Hog last year? So he still got it. You know, there's a lot of teams that'll be after it for sure. Who won shoulder last year? Was it Lilly? Chris Lilly? I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
Yeah, you got Heath Riles on ribs. I mean,
Heath has been knocking it out though on ribs. That's like the third. If he was up on stage for ribs again, I mean, he just won the year before with ribs.
These guys are good. They're consistent. You know,
and then he was up there with you and Lambert the year you guys won.
Yeah, he won ribs that year too in 2022. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he's on a roll with them.
He's
ribs.
a rib man. For sure.
I guess so.
Man,
did you
Big
find that
Mo will be
logo
down
yet,
there
right?
cooking shoulder again. Always fun hanging out with him. We've got Robert Smith out of Texas coming out this year.
Nice.
Cooking his first Memphis in May, so it'd be good to see him. He's a killer cook, so don't count him out. And he's a good presenter. Me and Bradley aren't cooking together this year. I don't know if you guys heard, but he's cooking under Getting Basted this year, cooking whole hog. So we're going head to head. I think there might be a little ruffling about some filming going on about that. So you might be able to watch that on the Barbecue League afterwards. First time going head to head in whole hog, so that'll be fun.
Oh, that'll be. Did I see that he was? I thought I saw today on lunch. I was flipping through, and of course I flipped it through on Facebook, and then my thing reset. But did I see him in a Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah, the American Royal Hall of Fame.
American Royal Hall of Fame. Okay,
Yeah,
I know.
so
I thought I saw him on there.
He got to be a finalist for that, so that's cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Excellent. Yeah, there were a bunch of good names in that one too.
Yeah, I know. I saw Donnie Teal on there. That was a long time coming, I feel like, and David Close. I remember. There's several others. I don't remember all of them, but all good people, man. There's so many people that deserve that and have done so much for barbecue. It's crazy, but if they only put 3 or 4 in a year, you're gonna have a hard time keeping up with all the good stuff going on in barbecue. So,
well, especially if you're going to the Great Alaskan Yak Off.
There it is.
Yeah, see, there it is, right there. That's a Wagyu yak too.
Wagyu Yak Off.
Yak Off.
Yeah. telling you what, man, it's probably sounds like it's
Who you
big.
call? Who's got the rookie beard length? What?
Well, it's because AK Barbecue Man has. I bet you his beard is. I bet you his beard is longer than yours.
It probably is. There's dry charcoal in here.
I was trying to see if I still had his picture in.
Oh, the picture that I sent you where he's.
Yeah, I don't have it anymore.
Huh? I could find it. Well, no, I don't know what I don't know where it's at on mine. Yeah, we'll save that. He's coming up as he's going to be a guest coming up.
A49.
Who is?
Yeah.
What's up, Mojo?
Last
How
time-
are you?
AK Barbecue Man's going to be a guest on the show. I hope he's not next week because I don't. No, next week is Memphis and May. I don't know what I'm going to do next week. He's on the 22nd. He's going to be on the show on the 22nd. So I'm sure we're going to have a lot of yak off jokes on the 22nd, Ryan.
Well, you ought to do a live show from Memphis.
I got to get some. I'm trying to get somebody to do the broadcast live from down there. Like I said, I wish I could be down there. It is the Black Beauty Ultra. That's good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Do you fertilize? What do you fertilize with?
Yeah, man. I live right across the street from a fertilizer plant.
Get out of town. Really?
I really do.
Shit.
Ag store. I drive the whole buggy through it, 5 acres.
Wow.
What you do, you load up, you go there with the buggy, and you just drive through your yard. Done.
Yeah, I get it. It's on the farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We go over to Central Sod Farms and get our seed.
Central side.
I don't get any seed.
Hell, we know.
Yeah. So, all right, Timmy, but I will let you go get your steak cooked and let you sit there and relax and enjoy some peace and quiet. Thanks for coming on again.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say it was a great show, but
it was a great show because I had somebody else.
All the topics. I'm not sure where you were trying to head with this, but Jonathan Green, buy that at Wanamaker's. If you didn't catch it all, we'll recap real quick. Buy your Jonathan Green, buy your Blues Hog, buy your Big Papa as soon as he brings it back in. You can go to what was it called again? Kettle Fest, or
the Grill Extravaganza, June 14th, Grill Extravaganza, Wanamaker's, and then
no, I was talking about the flat top thing. What was the flat top thing called?
oh, just the griddle battle.
Oh, the griddle battle. Yeah. You
Yeah.
can go to the griddle battle.
the kettle thing.
Go to the griddle battle. You can go to Yak Off June 17th in Alaska.
Just don't yak off at the griddle
I
battle.
can get the Weber kettle. This Weber Blackstone just finalized their
That's a good idea, really. Yeah.
new store, new company, whatever it is.
Yeah. So, well, good luck at Memphis and May. Yeah, I'm trying to work on to get somebody down there in Memphis and May to walk around and say hi to everybody. But
I got a guy that can do that. Yeah.
who?
Yeah. My guys will be there, Nick and his crew. Yeah, we can do that for you. Just log in. Yeah, send me an info, something to reach out about it. We'll get it done for you. Your show needs that, man. Memphis is it's its own animal, man. If you've never been, the element of on-site judging just takes it to another level. And I'm not just saying that. Like, people think Memphis is like a political, no. Like, when you have judges sitting there that know their stuff and they're on site and you're presenting them, a hog or whatever you just cooked, you can't pick around it. There's no flubbing. Like, these people know if it's right or wrong. So, if you haven't experienced it, it's worth it. And if you can't get there, we'll bring it to you on your show and on the BBQLeague.com. So check that out too.
Yeah. Well, we'll do it. We'll
AK
see.
Barbecue said he'll see you in June.
Yeah.
I'll send you some text. But yeah, for next Thursday, that's what I'm looking for. I'm just looking for somebody to. I don't know what you guys.
Will you send me a plane ticket to Alaska too? I got to go there in June.
AK Barbecue Man's going to send you.
You should drive the NASCAR up there.
Might be faster.
That would be kind of. I wonder if the roads are windy though. That NASCAR car would be pretty neat. Then they got to go.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, buddy. Take yourself the rest of the night. Take the rest of the night off. All right.
You got it, my friend. Enjoy.
Right.
Yeah, I'll talk to you about that Memphis and May thing. So yeah.
Sounds good.
See you, Tim.
Guys. See you
All
guys.
right, take care.
Tim Scheer, Blues Hog, Marble Ridge Farm, Gateway. I like talking to Tim. I'm so glad he picked
I
on
don't.
you about that griddle battle. That was the guy. I really don't care. That's gonna
Well,
be
y'all, it's been a long time. It's been a nice
gonna be
hour.
my-
Our time is up here. Have a good night. We'll see you later.
That's gonna be my favorite clip of. I can't wait to post that reel.
You would too.
I would because I mean,
go ahead. It gets it more exposure.
I know that's. I mean,
I
all
don't know.
advertising.
I
all
honestly,
advertising is good advertising.
We're May 8th right now. We're a month and 7 weeks away. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Oh, what, the griddle battle?
Yeah, at least June.
none of-
September's still looking pretty good, but
Well, that's too bad. Well, September I'm when I might be able to go to. June I know I can't do because I think I'm working that weekend. But
yeah, I'm still gonna go down. I told Brandon I'd still come down and help him out with the Central Illinois barbecue throwdown to if he needs any help with anything. But yeah.
If anybody in the Chicago area looking for Blues Hog products, Wanamaker's is the capital of Blues Hog Nation in the Chicagoland area. We have half gallons, we have regular squeeze bottles, we got all the rubs. We don't have the new stuff yet. I don't know if that's available to order yet. I know they did kind of like a selective launch to certain retailers to get it out there.
They didn't send it to the Blues Hog capital of Illinois.
Well, Ryan,
crazy.
You know, Wanamaker's can't be the first with everything. You know what I mean? I mean, there's money involved there, right? I mean, I can't stop a man from making money. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was a nice plug for Blackstone by Ryan as he handily drank his water, advertising Blackstone Griddles. Yeah. Sponsor of the Griddle Battle. What is that? Belinda's hot sauce. I got my Linda's. You know what I want more than anything, and I'm going to reach out to see. I want. Everybody's got Blues Hog gear. I want a Marble Ridge Farm hoodie.
I think you can probably get one on their website there, Steve.
Well, I know a guy, so I'm going to ask to talk to. I know a guy who doesn't care about the griddle battle.
Here you got a wild Mangalista hoodie, a Marble Ridge Farms hoodie. Here, you want me to get it for you real quick?
Yeah, if you're going to order it up, yeah.
No, I was going to get you an image of it.
Oh yeah, get me an image. I want to see what it looks like. I mean, everybody's got Blues Hog gear. I mean, actually, I need some. I do have to get going with my Blues Hog gear because a lot of my Blues Hog gear is really old, and it's kind of worn out. I need a new Blues Hog hoodie too. So I wish I could go to Memphis in May. Everybody that gets to go to Memphis in May, I am completely jealous with you. And good luck to everybody next week. I am going to get with Tim though and see if we can find a way to go live for Memphis in May next week. Oh, I liked it. It's got a big pig on it.
Yeah.
Are there any other hoodies in there? I'll go look. I'm going to waste the show time with that. But
yes, Fiji water. The only way to season your Blackstone.
No. Well, anyway, Ryan. So I should have my.
The Blackstone Bros did a seasoning video of how to season your griddle, and they said that they just use basic water. And for some odd reason, it went viral. 8.9 million views because they said they use basic water.
What's wrong with just basic water?
Well, nothing. It just why things go viral. Nobody ever really knows. Like, I don't know. But that's where the comments were. Like, where do I find basic water? What shelf is it on? What store? I mean, it just went crazy, right? And it just. I post
a video I post a reel about the burger cube from last week, which I think that the burger cube was just an amazing. Like, to me, it's like a phenomena of eating. Nothing. Yeah. But basic water. Wow.
Right. So it took off 8.9. It's sitting on Instagram at 8.9 million views. So I had a new Blackstone that I had to season, and I went out and bought Fiji water just for the video. It's like, we'll just see how it goes. We'll see.
No. Well, good luck to you on that.
Yak Off t-shirts are coming for a fundraiser. You get a Yak Off t-shirt.
I do. I want to wear one on.
Can you send us those before you're on the show? Just send
Yeah,
us each a shirt. That'd be awesome. We'll wear our Yak Off shirts.
Actually, to be honest with you, right? You know what I'm into more than t-shirts is I'm into hoodies.
I know.
And the reason being is because obviously being the fact that it's May 9th and today's high was like 50 degrees.
I know. My son's out of practice right now. It's 45 degrees outside. It's freezing.
Yeah. I mean, so up here, you wear hoodies a lot longer than you wear t-shirts. So I'm a big hoodie fan. I wear them like coats. So,
all right, guys, we got to get this out of here. I got to get ready for my sleep study.
What do you do for it? How do you study for that? Just sleep?
No, they hook you up. They put sensors all over your head and all over your body and down on your legs and everything. And
I thought you were going. I thought you were going to practice for it. That's
no. I'm going to a facility tonight to get monitored. This is the second one. I get my CPAP.
What did they say? What did they say for the first one? Did they say you walked around or did anything funny?
No, they're just testing how many times you stop breathing, pretty much.
Oh. What's the fun in that? I'd rather see somebody doing something goofy. Anybody can stop breathing.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, that's true.
Great show, guys. Sleep studies suck.
I know. I did one already. This is the second one. So, anyways, thanks, guys.
If AK Barbecue Man went for a sleep study, maybe it's the beards. Maybe your beard's too long, his beard's too long, and it's when you're laying down, it's like pushing on your.
That's exactly what it is.
I've solved it all.
You did.
I don't need a CPAP. I just need to cut a few inches off my beard.
Oh well.
I do remember Ryan with no beard. It's not.
Thanks for hanging out, guys. We appreciate you. And Tim. God.
I loved it. Great day. This is probably one of the best shows. I can't wait for show number 100 because I hate to tell you, that moment with Tim was probably going to be on my top 5 highlight reel of my favorite moments of Thursday Night Barbecue Chat. Yes.
That's good.
I've waited 82 shows for somebody to say they don't care.
Yeah.
82 shows, Ryan. Next week is show number 83. We do not have a guest yet for next week, show 83. And hopefully my good friend who was just on today, Tim Scheer, will hook us up. We'll be live at Memphis in May. We'll see what happens. But weirder things have happened to the show that nobody watches. So we'll see what happens. I can't believe it's a show that nobody watches. Everybody have a great night. And as always, shop local, shop small for things like Blues Hog barbecue sauce and rubs and stuff like that. You can find those at Wanamaker's, the epicenter of grilling and smoking in the western suburbs of Chicago. It's one of the best selections you'll ever find. Yeah.
All right, guys. Take care. We'll see you next Thursday.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you so much, guys. You've been absolutely amazing. Thank you. You guys are the best. Thank you so much.